Dear friends, I am Reginam Linus, Associate Professor and HOD of Electrical Engineering Department at Sanjay Godavat University, Kolhapur. In the last class, in Electrical Vehicle 3, I have explained about that regenerative braking by using separately excited motor in MATLAB Simulink, but this is only open loop. So today I am going to explain the closed loop system of regenerative braking with battery, so that you can understand how one can do with this boost converter. Let me share my presentation so that let me share my MATLAB so that you can understand how one can do with this. I think the previous in this electrical vehicle 3 itself, I have explained the open loop system, but now I am going to explain the closed loop, then the performance. That's all. So let me share my presentation. I hope you can see my MATLAB file. So in the last electrical vehicle 3 portions, I have completed this explanation. What a DC motor. In the DC motor, I have chosen 5 HP, 240 volt, 1700 RPM, and field of 300 volt. And this is a capacitor and inductor. Based on the voltage and the current ripples, I have chosen this inductance of 5 millihenry, and the capacitor is 150 microfarad. Then this is a MOSFET I have used. This is the diode. Then battery as well. The battery also nominal voltage is 240 volt. The reason is that the DC motor terminal voltage is 240. The rated capacity is 20 ampere hour. I already shown in that video how I have calculated this rated capacity of battery and all. So now this circuit is the boost converter. I am going to charge the battery. So normal cases, but battery will be charged whenever the safe operating area charge, state of charge, is reaches below 45% or 50 to 40% based on the battery. Normally 40 to 45%. So in this case, I have chosen the battery has 50% of state of charge. So already we know whenever the battery, in the last electrical vehicle 11 lecture also I have explained, whenever the battery is delivering the power, that time state of charge will reduce. Whenever the battery receiving the power energy, that time state of charge will increase. So also when the load is increases, automatically the state of charge also slope in the reduction in state of charge also more. When the load is less, state of slope in the state of charge reduction will be less. Similarly, the charging also. Whenever the input power is more, that rate slope in the rate of state of charge, increase in state of charge will more. Whenever the load is input power energy is less, that time what will happen, that state of charge, the slope in the increasing the state of charge will less. So this is the concept. So in this case, I have chosen initial state of charge is 50% and battery response time is 30 seconds. Then now this is a closed loop actually. Last time everything I have already told you, speed, input, output and all. So I have taken the feedback of speed as well as current, armature current. Now let's see, this is the speed input. I have given speed input. I have chosen the subsystem. In the subsystem, speed is the input, speed feedback also another one input, and the current feedback also another one input. Then output is the duty cycle del. In the duty cycle del is connected to this gate of the MOSFET. So let me go inside this entire setup. Closed loop, speed reference, speed feedback. I have chosen summing point, PID controller. I have tuned this KP value as 5 in order to make it that values. that speed reference speed should be settled the reference. Then this speed rate of change of speed is torque, right? So torque reference can be converted into current reference by using the formula. We know this is separately excited motor, therefore torque equal to K into Ia. So from this Ia equal to torque divided by K into torque divided by K into torque divided by K. So that from this we will get this answer 0.76277. Then so that we can call this is the current reference. The current feedback I have connected here. So then output is given to PID controller. The PID controller I have chosen this KP, KI values. Then have chosen this relational operator less than or equal to with the sawtooth waveform with the switching frequency of 5 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz switching frequency. So this is, you know how to generate this sawtooth waveform. Then output is given to duty. So now this is the entire setup. Now initially I have given the speed is now initial speed is 100 value. Total simulation time is 10 seconds. Out of which at till 3 seconds speed reference is 100. Then final value is 150 rated speed, and it is in RPS. Then after 3 seconds it will be run in 150 RPS. Then load also I have chosen till 5 seconds rated load of -20. Generated power will be more. This is only applicable for regenerative time. So -20. Then from 5 to 10 I have chosen -15 as the input. So this is the entire setup I have given. So I am going to run the simulation. Then another thing, I already run the simulation. You can see that I will show you after running the simulation. So from this we can say current, voltage, and battery current, voltage, and state of charge. So let me run the simulation now. See now, in this case, initially speed is 100 RPS, 100, but I have to tune little more PI controller. But then again, at 3 seconds, I have increases the speed to 150. Please see the first one. Until 3 seconds, 100. Then after that, 150 RPS. Then second one is armature current. In this armature current, initially load is 20 Newton meter, right? Therefore, generated current is more, 20 amps, more than 20 amps. Then at this point, speed is increases to 150. Due to that, there is a transient in the current. Increase in the transient, current is increases, but it's a transient period. Then again settle down to 20. Then again, what happened at 5 seconds, I have reduces the load to 15 Newton meter. So accordingly, that current is also reduces. Then field current, I am not doing anything, always constant. So this is that torque, electromagnetic torque, electromagnetic shape of wave. Shape of this electromagnetic torque will reflect this armature current waveform. Then this is the duty cycle. Then this is electromagnetic input torque, initially -20 at 5 seconds -20. I hope you understood what is the waveform. We got it. Then finally, I am going to see that power here. You can see here the power. In this initially the power, please you can see this waveforms, voltage, current I multiplied, and voltage and current and power both have multiplied, I have connected. See this last waveform, voltage and current, no need to explain further. This is a voltage is constant and the current is varying with respect to load. So initial cases, but this is having some ripples will be there. The reason is switching and switching of that power converters. Initially the speed is less, then but torque is more, but at the same time power is less. Then again in this case that speed is increases to 150 rpm, therefore the rps, therefore power also 1500 rps. So in this case power input to the battery is less till 3 seconds, then after 3 seconds power input to the battery is more. The reason is we have changed the load torque, which we have changed the speed. You can see here we have changed the speed to 150. That is why load power also changing. So accordingly, if we see the state of charge of the battery, input till 3 seconds, the power input to the battery is less, so that the slope of increasing the state of charge is less. Then from 3 to till 10 seconds, power input to load torque is more. That time power in speed is more when compared with that. So that what happened, rate of slope at which increasing the state of charge is more. So this is the difference. You can see the slope with this. This is the current waveform and voltage waveform of this batteries. For initially -3 amps, then at this time what happened, I have reduces the load. That is why again reduces the load, but speed is increasing. That is why power is increasing in this stage onwards. Power is increasing. Then again in this case, in this region, third region, what happened here, speed I have increases the load as increases the current, speed as well I have increases, so that automatically it will increase. Current is also increasing. Power as output power from the generator is increasing. So I hope with this I can conclude today's presentation. I think it is benefit to you for doing this simulation of regenerative action or some types of regenerative action in power control. It will be I hope it will be very helpful to you. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Kindly subscribe this channel if you want to see more videos, videos related to our electrical side or other improvement academic related videos. Wish you all the best. Thank you.